No, that was just me being like, wait, where'd my notes go? Okay. Doing the DM thing. Yay, it's Thursday, meaning it's time for Deviant Paradox, a city mist campaign. I am let's start with an introduction of my players for tonight, starting with Nora.
Hi, I'm Ruth. I'm here on Tuesdays as Exit. Sorry, it's been a day. Tuesdays as Nora, um, Thursdays as Tuesdays as Exit. I'm Ruth. I'm here on Tuesdays as Exit, Thursdays, today you found me as Nora, and Sundays as Runa. That's pretty much all from me. I'm gonna pass it over to Fox.
Oh shit. Okay, hi. Hello everyone. I'm Fox, also known as Rock Paper Fox on most socials. I'm an illustrator, designer, and live streamer. You can find me on my channel doing stuff and things such as art and gaming on Mondays and Fridays. And when I'm not causing general chaos in the Dirty 20s Discord server, you can find me here on Thursdays playing Artie. I don't have a phrase for her to this week. But yeah, so we're gonna throw this over to my in real life Fox mom, Ren. Sorry, I am tired today.
Hey, I am Anna Maria Salvaggio, otherwise known as Renmelian, short for the Renaissance Chameleon. I am a nerd of all trades, longtime gamer, game designer, illustrator, author, all the things. And on Thursday nights with this lovely bunch of people, I play Professor Jessa Marai, who is the head of the computer department. So I am going to hot potato over to our lovely Bison.
That's me. Hi. I am Bison _ Stonefist. I am a regular contributor on this channel, which is a fancy way of saying I have no life. I'm here currently 4 times a week. Tonight I am playing Garrett, Two Punk for Funk's sakes. He is our, I was going to say resident emo. That's not really true anymore. I think he's kind of doing the hipster thing and he's like going to invent Screamo 15 years before it happens. We'll see. On Saturdays, I play Calvin Scooter Hobbs, our ersatz captain and current sandworm space worm survivor. There's some crazy stuff happening and it's totally not our fault. That is on our Starforged game Starsworn. On Sunday, the very next day, I play Gav the Grin, the back alley Batman. He is our big lovable badass who is ready to kick names and take ass on the Shadow of the Vocterm. He's already suplexed somebody, so off to a great start. Off to a great start.
Off to a great start.
That's what came out of my mouth. Yeah, on Tuesdays I run the Cyberpunk Red campaign Carnage Heights. Yeah. So on that lovely note that Sarah managed to miss, let's go to Solar.
Hi, Solar Dasher here. You can find me on Thursdays. Congratulations. I am playing tonight Hikaru Shibata, a very hot-headed individual who hasn't really blown his top quite yet, but he did smack Loki really good, or tried to. Otherwise, you can find me in the Discord, or I do try and stream, but like work is kicking my tail, so I am trying to work with that plus other, weekend things that I don't get a chance to do on the weekdays because I work. Okay, with that, let's send it on over to Mudkip.
Hello, I am known as Mudkip over on the Discord, and I'm currently doing things on 2 nights a week. The first of those 2 nights, if you start with Sunday being your first day, doesn't matter. Either Sunday or Monday is on Thursday nights, which is where I am tonight playing Grant Everfull, the person that's more interested in finding information in old things, but turns out that the old things are now becoming the current things, which is interesting. It also makes it a lot harder to dig things up. The other night that I am here is on Saturday playing a in his field, he's a good at doctor of what he does, but turns out it's a lot harder when you get put on a space shuttle. Your space shuttle gets wrecked by a possible space worm. It's been described as a space worm, but we haven't described it yet, so it may be something horrific and completely different from a space worm on a planet that is also full of worms. There's a lot of cans of worms in this campaign, isn't there, Bison? That's a different thing. It's just a weird trend that we've found. Or it could just be that just the brain cell wants worms. Otherwise, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to throw it back to our narrator for the final introductions.
Yeah. Our producer for tonight is the wonderful Gloriosa. Thank you for agreeing to take care of the chaos that is Thursdays. And I am giving this extra warning at the beginning of our sessions. This story is about subjects that we at Dirty 20 Gaming don't normally head into. References of torture, manipulation, and other much darker subjects are a possibility. My players and producer all have an X card that they can use at any time. You, the audience, does not. I'm not asking you to not watch our show, but to please take care of yourself. And thank you for listening to this extra bit of warning. Our VTT is Roll20, art is from Hero Forge. Let's... right as I do that, it pops right up. Yay! Let's get back into this. Last time, I am doing a little bit of retconning because last time you had Warren, but he actually decided to stay with Lizzie and not come to the cabin. As the ritual takes off, Loki appears. He sees Derek, turns to him. Hello, son.
Well, that complicates things.
As
And I look at Derek.
Derek has his arms crossed and I've told you before, I only know you as the guy who told me to stay away from Lizzie. I love Gloriosa so much.
Dadgummit.
Well, that's a comment.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Twitch cannot
As-
forget.
Loki turns in a circle to look at you all. Of course you don't. Go ahead, Paintbrush. I know you want to talk.
Where is Lizzie?
Warren has her.
What?
Well, I'd say she's safe, but after we just went through.
She's with Warren? And
So she'll be fine.
Why?
she was with you. Why is she with Warren? Warren, I can't talk. Blech. Okay.
I only took Lizzie in hopes of getting her to remember on this timeline.
Remember what?
Who she actually is.
Makes no sense.
She's not the lost princess, and he points to Derek. And you're not some fucking lost prince either.
So Lizzie is your child as well?
No. He looks away from you. We used to be close friends. Well, her mythos and I were. But since he downplayed her to some lost fucking princess.
Who's he?
Can't tell you that, paintbrush. Don't need his eyes on us right now.
What are we supposed to do now?
Get some sleep.
Besides, get some sleep. Let me explain this because y'all got me in this thing. Might as well give you some information. Derek's not the lost prince. His name was Fenrir. Before that, Volley. But he is trying to erase us all. Downplay us so that he's the only deity that can exist. Turn me into some chaotic entity that's no better than a child's book. I got fucking lucky with those comics coming out. But there are others of us who can't run away from this shit at this rewrite they're doing.
So what is Lizzie?
Best way I can explain it,
Don't be vague. Fucking tell us.
life.
He doesn't look like a tree.
Would I know of any of the Pantheon
I probably
shit?
would.
I was gonna say I don't
Are
have
there
that
people
card
talking to
anymore.
me right now in my head?
Yeah? They're all saying, shut up, 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 shut up.
When he mentioned the comics, I actually pointed to one of my shelves.
She's just gonna respond back. Who do they want to shut up?
They want Loki to shut up.
Mm.
They keep saying, shut the green one up, shut the trickster up.
I think we're done.
I don't
We-
think we are.
There's a lot we need to know.
Understand that it's not exactly life that she is. She's a titan. Something old. Dangerous.
Maybe it's better she doesn't remember.
Leaf.
Anarchy.
Care to share with the class, Prof?
Greek pantheon, we're talking necessity, compulsion, and inevitability. Norse. Her consort was Kronos. Was time.
Not by choice.
Yeah. She's basically the mother of the fates.
So that makes it life. She's never ending, so she's always there.
She actually existed before the Titans.
She's old. Dangerous.
The beginning.
As he's the end. And he points at Derek.
Oh, you two are a nuclear bomb. Yeah, well, you guys can't be friends. Second you two meet, we're all gonna die.
And she's a serpent. Yay, fun.
fact that she only has access to her time isn't great.
So it makes sense as to why she also can shift into different eras. She sat down and she shifted into different eras of clothing.
Yeah.
Since you know the most about this, and she looks at Loki, what do we do?
Y'all knuckle fucks aren't ready.
How do we get ready?
Training. Go on missions. Stay safe and survive.
And I would say probably most of all stick together.
Exactly.
How do we know that we can trust you?
And have you heard of Loki? This is not an option, but we don't have much choice.
Exactly.
Trust is earned both ways.
I can't watch Stream.
Nope, I looked at chat for 5 seconds and then
Before you depart, the others that were with you in Wonderland, are they of similar circumstance to yourself?
we've all gotten lucky. One way or another.
At risk of fading from memory, but holding on all the same.
Correct. There's not many of us. Most of us survive due to other types of media.
But it changed you all the same.
Changed us all the same. I will also say we do have operatives over there
And Wonderland?
in the other camp,
Oh,
making sure that we at least know what's going on inside.
One of the angels, right?
He actually came to he actually came to find you guys.
Oh, we know. He's like, we, and he kind of does a little sidelong glance at Artie. Gave him the cold shoulder. He
Mm.
didn't perform, or he didn't behave himself at the tree, so to speak.
Yeah.
And some of us aren't too quick to forgive.
He's been trying to get in with them for months. His idea to go under. He's got us some at least decent information. We know there's a group on campus that we can't get into because we don't have staff involved. But other than that, we got someone pretty close to the inside.
Other than staying together, is there anything else we can do? Trying to survive. You speak of this. Nora and Lizzie have spoken of the old group. Things. Missions. But no one will give us any damn information.
Are you
Yeah.
willing to train us? Is that why you mentioned it?
I'm willing to help. Give information when I can. Assist where I can. I can tell you a couple name of our operatives. Make you feel a little bit better.
And what do you request in return?
Don't try and punch me in the face every time I show up. Turns to Hikaru.
I'll try not to.
Good boy.
Wolf.
Loki instinctively ducks.
Just lightly.
Quick question, DM. Do I need to roll a face danger? Because I've been standing for a very long time.
Sure.
I have no pluses for this either.
Yeah,
This is
this is gonna be
straight
great.
roll.
Mhm.
Oh,
Nope.
I'm gonna give myself at least 3 rolls before I absolutely pass out. But like,
Y'all start to see Artie wobble.
oh, Artie's
Nora
been
kind of like
wobbling.
moves closer to Artie and just kind of just like links arms with her proactively.
Starts to like move away, and I'm assuming that Nora just is like, no.
Yeah, she just like grabs on tighter.
Do we have a bed for the sleepy artist?
I'm fine.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Out of
And you're in
character.
my home.
Hey, you heard what the jackass in the suit said. We gotta stick together. And we've been awake for a fucking week. I've already slept. You haven't.
You'll be okay.
We'll keep an eye out
Especially
on
here.
I think y'all are done making mistakes.
No.
you. Above board? Nope.
Yeah, but board,
I mean,
that's a
Grant
no.
will say no. No, not them making mistakes.
Mistakes are part of getting by. No one's above that.
I mean, like the smiley dipshits.
That's a good way to put that.
Well, we've learned.
No one to
Tripped
run,
up.
no one to fight.
I tripped on my shoelaces.
To be fair, some of us didn't have a choice.
I'm not gonna
Sometimes
say
the door
anything about Artie
disappears.
face
Sometimes
planting into the door.
Whoa.
No, Bat Kyle, we are not just gonna draw a bed.
It'd
Not
work.
with- So she does it. Be a mimic. I'm gonna take her by the arm and I'm gonna lead her over to the couch and I'm gonna.
Nora's
cover
gonna
her
help
in
because she
blankets.
does already have like
I'd just be like,
one
I
arm.
can walk myself.
Shut
Either
up
you
and
get
take
led
the-
or I pick you up.
You
Either way,
pick
you're on the
me
couch.
up. You
Loki,
pick me up, you will have a pen in your jugular.
Salutes to you guys. Nighty night, paintbrush. As he disappears.
So I assume all of you want to ride back to campus. I'm gonna
gonna
let Artie
stay
sleep here.
I'm gonna hang
I'm
around
gonna
here for a
stay
bit.
here.
I think I'll take a nap here.
Rolling face danger again to try to fight this. Rolling
Okay.
I will
Great
whack you
success.
with my broom.
If it's all the same to you, Grant, I'd like to sleep in my own bed tonight.
I don't intend on spending the night here. I don't actually. How late is it?
Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna fight her on it.
I have my bike anyways.
It's like midday.
I'm gonna
Midday,
do
okay.
FAFO.
Yeah,
gonna do
I better get
FAFO.
back. I got I better get back to class. I
11.
have one.
It's
It
Saturday.
is Saturday.
Oh, it is Saturday.
Yep.
Why did I think it was
I
Friday?
I missed it by
Never
1
mind.
point.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, she's
You
still
need
awake.
to announce what you're doing to the DM, though. I don't think the DM understood what you were doing.
No, I heard,
Oh, yeah.
and you got an 11. Yeah, unfortunately, Artie's still
Unfortunately, she got
standing.
a 12.
Yeah. Artie's
So
like,
that was Fafo. Can I do another one?
Sure.
Artie's just like, I want
Determination.
to go back to the dorm. Please, I just want to go back to the dorm. I want to find Lizzie
Iron Will. You
and
need
get
to
us both
rest
back to the dorm.
for now.
how do you
or
expect
no
to
good
get
for
there?
Lizzie.
Face danger for you,
Yes, yes, yes.
Professor Morai.
Just want to get back to the dorm.
And
I can get there. I'm awake enough. I can just take a
I understand.
energy
Oh.
drink and I can go get Lizzie and then take her back to the dorm.
Okay.
That way we're both back where we're supposed to be and not here.
No.
You're tired enough. Betty man up in the drink.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take Derek back to campus.
Him away from Lizzie.
I'm taking him back to campus.
Lizzie is at Warren's. So as long as Lizzie stays at Warren's, there's no risk.
And if Loki entrusted her to Warren, I would leave her there. You need rest.
If anyone wants to catch a ride with me, now would be the time to do so.
I don't know
I
if her and Derek in the
probably
same vehicle would
should,
be a
since
good
I'm-
idea.
I probably should since I'm his roommate, so I can keep an eye on him.
I don't think he's a prisoner, but do what you gotta.
She is getting up.
Derek is. I didn't have to sleep like you. You do understand that I'm okay, right?
Yeah, I'm just taking you back to campus because we're out in the fucking woods.
True. Although it's really nice out here. I gotta tell you that, Professor Morai.
Walking toward the door.
Thank you. That's why I picked it. I am debating on whether or not I want to whack her with the broom.
I mean, I'm near the door.
Who?
This bitch
She-
is stubborn.
Hit it with all you've
Because
got.
I have a special for that, and I've got Iron Will.
Hit it with all you've got would be what you would use.
What do I use to avoid this?
You
Is
don't-
danger? Or sneak around if you were trying to sneaky.
No.
Yeah, no. The
'Cause
tire
she has
winning.
a special. She has a special with the broom.
This is how Artie is, guys. She's fucking.
know.
She's
fucking
Not
stubborn.
beating the allegations.
No.
She's
Really, she's not.
stubborn. She's not
I know.
fighting anyone. She's just stubborn and she wants to get
She is
back to
fighting
the dorm.
everybody.
I know.
So
She is fighting everyone to
basically,
go to sleep.
Erica bludgeon.
What did you get?
No, that's what Bad Kyle says.
I
Abracadabra.
cast Shillelagh.
Yeah. No, basically I have a thing about jump and swing. So basically I'm going to pull the
Cast
broom
bonk.
off, swing it, and I'm gonna knock her on the back of her thighs so she's down
Mhm.
and catch her with the broom. at the
Capper.
base of
I
it.
feel like that's assault, but like, do your thing.
Yeah, hit it with all you've got. Or if you want to do a cinematic move,
Nora, seeing this start to happen, kind of just sneaks out with Derek and whoever else wants to join.
Finally,
what did you get?
12.
Yep,
I
Artie,
hate you.
you are on your butt before you know it.
Because she's like,
The
there
broom
comes to a
catches
point
her.
where this isn't my
The broom
circus
catches her
anymore.
underneath her,
Yeah.
and I'm going to gently put her over on the couch.
Does it
You've
knock me
just
out?
been spatulaed.
No.
No, it basically knocks you off your feet onto it, and you are over to the broom, over to the couch, and I'm going to pile blankets on you
Bloody
and the rabbit. I'm going to put the rabbit on you, so you can't move because the rabbit is on you.
I feel like the rabbit just grows in size.
I can go get the big bunny.
it just starts, like she starts to move and it just
Hang
goes.
on. I have to go get the big bunny for this. So originally the bunny is this size. Hang on.
Oh god.
Grant is also kind of on standby more near the door,
Mhm.
and the chance that he has to block Artie from leaving.
Okay.
But it's one of those just like waiting kind of by the door, not trying to appear that he's gonna try to block her.
Well, right now she's with a bunny that just grew
Yeah.
3 sizes on her.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful bunny.
It is such a cute bunny.
She's just like,
It's so
I just
soft.
want to get back to the dorm.
Correct.
Go later.
But you're not leaving until you sleep.
I just want to get back to the dorm.
This is now a threat.
And she's out.
Okay.
Yay.
She's because I
Nora
was
has
assuming
snuck
like
out with whoever was coming with her.
Yeah, who is going with Nora?
Garrett throws his bike into the Molly or Moira
Moira.
is a truck, correct?
No.
nope,
No.
bug. She's a beetle.
Yep.
Okay, Garrett's just gonna have to ride home. I kept thinking Molly from Tuesdays.
Mm.
Oh,
Well,
was
Molly
wondering, but-
is a minivan, but
That
could
fits a
fit a
bike.
bike in it.
yeah. I was also gonna say that Artie's car, Betty, could technically take the bike home.
But Betty's not there.
Betty is
Betty's
there.
here.
Betty is there,
Betty
You're
is
not
there.
driving
Artie's
Betty.
asleep.
but Artie's asleep.
Yeah.
And we all know Artie won't let anyone else drive Betty.
Except for maybe
Actually,
Warren.
she has. Didn't she?
Nope.
No.
No
No.
one has driven Betty.
Nora
Okay.
specifically let Jessa take
Moira.
Take
Right.
take Moira.
And then
yeah.
right, and then Hikaru took the bike.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume it's just Derek and Hikaru that are with Nora.
Is Grant coming too or no?
No, he's sticking around at the cottage.
So Garrett, you could go with Nora.
Garrett's gonna bike.
Okay.
Let's listen to music.
Wrong kind of donuts run.
Donuts.
I know. I own a motorcycle. Hello. I still went with the other ones though, because I have no snackage.
Let's see. Who am I going to next? My notes. Where'd you go? There we go. Nope.
We're not stapling my blanket.
Aha. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'll do it this way. As you guys get back to the university, to wherever you guys were planning to sleep that night. Actually, no. As Garrett, Hikaru, and Derek get back, you guys find in your rooms a letter.
Oh shit! What is it now?
Is it a letter on each bed? So one for every person?
Correct. With on green paper with gold writing.
This dude.
Pretty
and of
much.
course, a gold seal. Because he's extra.
Yes, I'm still gonna punch this guy.
Pretentious much?
I get the feeling Nora kind of like just dropped them off and headed straight home.
Okay.
Girl's tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys open the letter?
Yeah.
In between readings, he's catching up on his homework.
It's your first mission.
Jesus Christ.
I
Oh,
assume
pretty.
all of us have them on our
Yeah.
beds, or
You
is it
guys
just the
will-
ones at the
you guys-
canvas?
You guys will have, everyone will have them on their beds.
Nora's
Actually-
first, like, she's like, how the fuck did he get in my house?
And it says possible awakening or possession. Student name, Susan. And a last name that I don't have yet because I could not get the last name today. Yeah, that's what you are given.
No, that doesn't beat all. I think we should sleep first.
It also says on there, it's like non-emergency, effectively. So this is not an immediate need to do, if that makes sense.
Not an emergency. Good. I wasn't going to do it today anyways.
Yep.
Artie needs to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which I sent you a message, DM.
Oh, I know. That's why I was going to cut over to you really
Oh,
quick.
God. Oh, no.
I
'Cause-
am
Goodness.
still there in a chair across
yeah.
from where she's at, and I've got the broom across my lap, and the bunny is connected to me because the bunny used to be a tattoo.
Yep.
So I'll get a really bad pinch if Artie
So
tries to get out of it, and I'm gonna rest. So I didn't see a note because I didn't go to bed.
correct. It will be on your bed when you do go though.
Okay.
Same with Grant, as you both are just sitting here. And I will get to you guys in a moment. Artie.
Nope.
This is what happens when I give fodder.
That when Hikaru goes to sleep, he's gonna be curled up on his bed like a dog.
Rip your
Yes.
spine.
Love it. Artie, when you fall asleep, you are taken to a ritual. The people are dressed in ancient clothing. As you can see flames and bonfires that are lit. As a group in front of you, not immediately, far off down this black beach, chanting. And you hear a woman screaming.
Running to the screaming.
And as you're running, the beach keeps you away from the scene.
Panic starts to set in. Continue trying to skirt, trying to just
It is as if the scene stays in place and your running is futile. No matter how much you run, and although the scenery keeps passing by you over and over and over again, you can't get closer. Not until you hear a baby's cry. And as you run up, you see the infant not quite what you think. It's not quite an infant. It is, the best word I have is homunculus. Except it's stitched up. You can see there are different parts of different entities used to make this thing. as you are startled awake.
Just you probably would just be hearing, no,
Artie, you're okay. You're safe. What happened? The bunny's snuggled into you. Talk to me.
just petting the bunny, just subconsciously.
I hand her a glass of water.
Hands are literally doing this.
I help her.
Bad dream.
Take a sip.
Nightmare.
Nightmares aren't what they seem all the time. Tell me, what was it?
I think I need to go. Am I still tired? Am I fully rested?
You're rested.
Thank God.
You're just it's nightmare rested. If you know, you know.
It's the
Oh, so it's
I
just
have
all the
had
adrenaline.
sleep.
Yeah.
I've had sleep, but I don't feel it. Don't feel like I've rested at all.
You don't
Yeah.
feel great.
No.
In 3 hours, you're gonna crash like a.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
You were making noises in your sleep, so I know that it wasn't a good dream. And I refrained from dream walking in there. Tell me what it was. You're in my home. Dreams are powerful.
I need to get back to the library. I need to get back to the zone.
Well, I'll take
What
you
did
and
you
you tell
see?
me on the way.
Oh fuck, is Grant still there?
Yes,
Yes,
Grant is
Grant's
there. He was
there.
just there. He was in the room, quietly just kind of seeing.
I pull the broom around.
I'm like looking at him because we still have to have a talk. And she
And
doesn't
she-
fully trust you right now.
Should you wish to talk, now's the time.
We still need to have that conversation.
And presently we have not but time.
I need to get to the
Well, you're not driving, so either I drive and you tell me on the way, or you stay here and you tell me.
I
Either
can
way.
drive. That's
You can
not
barely-
the issue.
You can barely sit up straight, much less stand.
Stands up.
Stands up, wobbles.
You're not driving.
Like the low iron stand up too fast. Like
Ooh.
Yes.
Because the
Wobble
minute you
foot.
grab for your keys, I'm taking them. Of all people, I know the power of dreams. You need to tell me what it was.
wasn't good.
I gathered that from your reaction. Tell me. You don't have to go into major details, but tell me.
Child.
Glory go break me.
I would
Oh,
assume
Garrett,
some degree of
Garrett,
distress.
excuse me. Garrett's gonna break me.
Oh jeez. So sorry, I just looked at
I
my
did-
Kind
kid
of a
like a
child.
cast chat.
What kind of a child? Human or
No,
other?
amalgamation. Was screaming in the
Amalgamation?
black beach.
Oh. So you've seen it too then.
Didn't Warren talk about seeing one? Didn't Warren mention that the first time we were at?
He
Like, didn't he mention that when he was in Nora's apartment the first night?
I think so. I want to say he may have.
He did because Lizzie reacted.
Yes.
I had to remember for a minute.
Yes. Oh yeah, that whole.
Yep.
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 Warren mentioned something about a black sand a few nights ago. It was a ritual. There was rages and fire. I tried to run towards the screaming, but I couldn't. Until there was the cry of an infant. And then I walked towards it. It was misshapen, seemingly stitched together, as if it was almost written by Mary Shelley.
Homunculus? That's what it sounds like.
I don't
She pulls a
know.
book off the shelf, fans through it, shows her a picture.
Would that
Not an exact, but it would be.
be correct, DM?
It is very close to what you saw, but you also see that a homunculus doesn't have a mind of its own. This was an infant.
Did this seem to have a so it seemed to have a mind of its own?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a baby.
Homunculuses are not infants.
This says that they don't have a mind. This one was a child.
Okay.
I need to get back to the library.
There may not be much in the library for what you've seen.
I can try. It's too much and too little we know. And that vague bastard isn't going to help us. Not as much as I'd like.
You said that
Grant,
we need to
you gonna
talk.
go with her?
So you want to push off talking for some time?
If you want, you can come with me to the library. Since everyone seems to be wanting to watch me, make sure I don't break.
It's not that. It's not going to be, you're not going to be any good to anybody else if you don't take care of yourself, even a little. If you trust Grant to go with you, I'm actually going to take a nap because I need one. Because I'm not going to be able to help anybody else if I don't. And you're in worse shape than I am. Grant, what do you think her say?
Realistically, I was interested in a bit more interested in. He kind of gestures at the Enochian runes. But that seems like that can wait for now.
We'll talk.
May I at least recommend we walk around for a bit to for you to wake up.
I'll go to my fridge and I'll hand her a mason jar of some homemade wake me up stuff that I use.
Oh, the good stuff. Oh gosh.
The good stuff. Don't mind the still in the back. But I hand her a mason jar and I look at it and I pour half of it into another jar and give it back to her.
Assuming smells bitter as fuck.
Don't think, just slam it.
You know, that's what most of the students say at the parties, and that usually goes wrong.
This is not something they have access to. This is homemade and it's not what you think it is. I say I wait till she downs it, and then I tell her it's a spell if you must. It's a spell if you must know.
Of course it is.
I was gonna say face danger for how well you handle it.
Do you want me to?
Do you want to?
I have a feeling this is gonna go poorly if I do. So I'm gonna
This would
say
be
no.
funny no matter what. The dice tell a story.
Well, she won't be able to throw it up, so
Oh no, she can't throw it up, but
yeah.
It comes from a foreign land. It's called Buckley's. It'll put air on your chest.
I was thinking moonshine. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Oh,
where
yeah,
my
that
head
was
was
totally
too.
my
I
fault.
was too.
110%.
I was making a joke about the still, but no, it's not.
As the
It's a spell.
as the Kentucky gal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you wanting me to roll for it, DM?
That Kyle's transmute already to duck.
I mean,
I think it's
it's
okay.
up to you.
No, you're fine.
I think you're okay. I just thought it would be really funny.
Of course you would. Just
It tastes decent, and I'm not giving you any more right now. So
that's it on the coffee table. Stands
You
up. I don't
feel-
wobble now.
No.
you don't wobble. You feel very refreshed. You have energy. You have clarity of thought.
It's
It
B12
takes the
vitamins.
edge off. Yeah,
I was gonna say it's like some fucking
takes the edge off.
You definitely still need sleep, but you'll live for now.
Mhm.
I'm just laughing at all the oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
no, back Kyle,
It's
no.
good. It's okay. The price will come later. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just flips the keys in her hand. Let's go. Like to. Besides, technically, I'm supposed to be there for the opening shift today, and
Tomorrow?
I am far behind.
Did you have the Saturday or the Sunday shift?
I usually take the Saturday,
Oh boy.
Saturday morning to afternoon, and then Gwen comes in for the evening. Then I go and take the evening on Sundays.
Cutting over to Garrett. Garrett, because you said you rode your bike back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm sorry to do this to you. You haven't gotten to ride your bike through Pueblo de Bonito in a long time. Not since you were awakened.
Yeah, it's just been from campus to campus, and that's about it. That's a rail trail.
Now, as you're looking around, there are more signs that you remember for shops you don't remember being there.
Like economic growth, kind of like new
More
stores and
like people selling things that are you would consider strange. Components for spell work, crystals. There's one that calls itself the Cauldron's Bookshop. You know for a fact that that was never there, and that
When did we
wouldn't have
get so
stood
many
it.
hippies?
And you know that the local pastor would not have stood by for these shops opening.
The Cauldron bookstores like across the street is the downtown Mission. That looks a little off. Garrett starts to like slow down to like get a better look at some of these shops. Kind of just from normally I'm going to get to where I need to go to. Oh, what's in there?
All of these stores when you walk up to them, the people in them don't look human. You see bipedal animals. At one of the stores, you see a deer standing on its two legs, full rack of horns, buying crystals and like what to you looks like tea. In another store, you see what can only be described as a demon with purple skin and horns and a tail buying books. In another, you see a probably the most beautiful woman I will say, you have ever seen, with the largest black wings.
I didn't drink anything when I was at Morais, did I? No, I didn't. I wasn't at Warren's long enough for him to slip me anything. And this doesn't look like Wonderland. He's going to stop in front of the Cauldron bookstore, and he's going to stow his bike in the alleyway beside it, like he usually does. You know, it's kind of the thing. And then he walks in, just kind of trying to get a look of the place.
The bookstore owner is, a black cat standing on two legs, reading a book. She has not paid attention to you coming in.
Garrett,
and she
like,
is about 5 foot.
so like a massive cat.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm new. What am I seeing?
Newly awakened?
It's been a couple weeks, but I feel like
It's only been a week.
Yeah, it's been a week, but I feel like I'm here and there, if you know what I mean.
She motions you in to sit at a small table in the back of the shop and offers you tea.
Garrett and Grendel, I guess.
Bost. Nice to meet you.
Shit. I would say that Garrett's got like a passing understanding of the major pantheons at this point, just by virtue of what his classes are going to be and all that. So he's like, I'm gonna guess you weren't always a cat.
No,
Goddess.
I was not.
Yeah. How long you been in business?
As this?
I guess.
About 5 years. Before I just owned the bookstore for the pastor.
You see Garrett like thinks, and his eyes bug out of my head. Out of my head, out of his head. I think I'm in character now. Wait, you mean
Pastor's fault's involved.
I remember the fire. It was in this. Did everybody saw it?
Yeah.
My mom was your executor.
Yes.
Boss can clearly see the wheels just going in Garrett's head. And he's like, yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, you know? You didn't die in the fire?
Fire's how I woke up.
So, what is this, I guess?
The human I was before. I guess let me have full control.
That explains the giant cat.
Humans can't see the shop anymore. It looks like a burned out storefront.
Yeah. Something about no one's really sure who owns it. The city won't tear it down because it's not structurally
Sound and
damaged.
yet. The city doesn't know what to do.
This is the mist, isn't it?
It is. Once you can see in, you can see us.
There's so many freaking people in this city.
Pueblo de Bonito seems to be a hotspot. We can't explain it.
I lived here my entire life. I thought this city was a ghost town.
And we are the ghost.
Does that mean I'm a... No, I'm not. I can't be.
You are part of a ghost story.
I haven't read it yet. That's next month. But yeah, apparently. Beowulf's my roommate.
And how is that going?
God, weirdly okay. I get the understanding from him, and he kind of motions in a direction. He motions his head towards his shadow.
Mhm.
You know, just kind of implying that's who he's talking about. I get the impression from him that there's bad blood, and I get the impression that he doesn't like being around him, but I'm fine.
Do you want me to spoil the end for you?
I'm guessing it doesn't go well.
Beowulf kills. And she motions to the shadow.
Maybe things will be different this time.
We can hope. Not all stories have to end the way the book does.
That's a relief. So, I mean, what kind of books do you sell here?
And she takes one down and hands it to you. Think of any topic you might need at the moment.
He doesn't say it out loud, but he's currently thinking about what's going to be his term paper on Hieronymus Bosch. And he opens the book and he sees the infamous painting that's got all the demons on it. The name escapes me at the moment. And he's like, shit. Okay, how?
The mist. It's part of its gifts.
I have a friend who is probably going to become one of your best customers.
Please do send them my way. We don't get many little ones like you.
He kind of reaches back and pulls out his wallet. How much do I owe you?
And she pushes it away. We do not work in money like they do.
Puts his wallet back. Okay, what do I owe you?
The time will come and you will know.
Oh, I hate it when people talk like that. It was
Welcome to
bad
the
enough
mist.
when I was normal, but oh, I hate it when people talk like that now.
We work in favors.
What kind of favor am I going to be owing you? An Egyptian goddess.
Be nice to the next cat you see. Give it a warm bowl of milk, or even a scritch if it asks. That's all I require.
I can be nice to cats. There's one cat in particular that I'm up in the air about, but Warren's got it coming.
Oh, and you say Warren, and you hear her laugh reverberates the room.
Oh, you've met him.
Chesh, of course.
I
didn't know that was his human's name.
Yeah. Dude looks strangely good with his shirt off.
DM broke, not character. After y'all thirsting over the hero forge,
I had to say it. I had to say it.
Of Chess Warren. I can't.
Warren.
Chess Warren. Y'all
Shawarma.
thirsted over that hero forge for too many days.
It was
y'all.
so funny.
If I'm
sorry.
No, her, because anything she wants to say is so flirty. I didn't know he'd been working out. Yep. Last time I saw him, he was a roly-poly of a cat.
I will keep that, and I will use it later. It's been a surprise and a pleasure to meet you, Bast.
A pleasure to meet you too, Grendel. And Garrett. I forget to speak to the humans.
It's fine. We're sharing space right now. And
just make sure to take care of the next cat.
Of course. He puts his headphones back on and gets back on his bike and heads back to his room where he reads a letter from a jerk.
Computer, stop freezing. Yeah, I think. Haru, is there anything that you want to say to Derek before we start the next day?
I couldn't hear you very good. I'm sorry.
Is there anything you wanted to talk to Derek about before we start the next day?
No, I think he's just gonna be passed out, sleepy, tired.
Awesome. Grant and Artie.
She's just sitting in the car. I'm assuming we're driving back by now. Yeah. Talk. How do
About?
you Well, you seem like she had like music playing. She just shuts it off. So your ease, nephew.
Yes. The assertion's correct.
You know, I kept wondering how you knew so much.
And yet you assume it comes from him.
I mean, other than you being in the library, I find it very hard to believe that a specific information about a certain could be discerned from anyone else. I'm not very trusting of the professor after recent events.
Realistically. While I don't necessarily trust what he's up to, the only way to keep tabs on him is to keep close.
Am I seeing similar shit as we're driving through? In
Too
terms of
fast in the car.
things. Yeah, never mind.
Cargo, zoom, zoom. Also,
I
Artie's
think
kind of too busy attempting to give Grant the third degree ever so slightly in
Valid
the car,
point.
so driving and third degrees are kind of hard to
Zoom,
focus
zoom, I'll
during.
see you in hell.
Just gonna go.
So, of the others whom I've been speaking with, I also took a moment and spoke with Adrian.
You spoke with him?
Yes.
You spoke with that bastard.
Yes.
That trickster, lying bastard.
He seemed interested in providing information, so I spoke with him simply.
Oh, really?
He said very similar to what Loki said, and that there's somebody that's trying to get closer to the other side. My concern for him is he's trying to play both sides.
So can we truly trust him?
Well,
can we truly trust you?
trust me or my information?
¿Por qué no los dos?
I'm far easier to go. The information I provide is easier to trust than the one providing it.
I don't like any of this.
I don't like this much either. What's concerning is he's always been eccentric. But this whole shift to occultism is not surprising, but it's concerning how much he's trying to do and how little he understands.
Pulls into the parking lot and just kind of stares him through, looking almost through you. I'd like to use a power tag, DM.
What?
I'd like to use a power tag if it's okay.
Okay, what would you like to use?
I'd like to
He is
use.
also allowed to roll against you.
I'd like to use subversion.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Here, let me see here. I'm trying to remember what all this is. I am trying to discern what he is really about. And I'd
Are
like
you investigating or convincing him?
I think investigation. I'd like
All
to
right.
This is a thing that I can do with my newest
Okay.
tag, and I answered it. Learning a fear or desire, and I'd
Mhm.
like to learn a fear. Learn his deepest fear.
Okay, roll investigate.
Can I use eye for detail as well on this?
Absolutely.
Fuck
Grant,
yeah.
do you want her to know? Or are you still trying to play close to the chest?
I want to know how well she reads, because depending on how well she reads, may determine what she learns.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Eye for detail.
Put in all the tags you can.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking for.
Let me find yours.
Because one of my tags, I still don't know what what the question is for that to be the answer yet, so it's a little bit problematic.
I'm gonna put that one in for you.
Gonna use that
I don't know if you saw on one of yours.
on me.
Yep. I put an extra one in.
Which one?
Onto your mission.
My intent is when I hear the roll, I'm going to throw a toe-to-toe down.
Okay.
Oh, was it the one that I hit?
It's F on Rebel Yell.
Yeah, I already hit that one.
Just made sure because I was like, oh, that's a perfect one for this. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah. And investigate, right?
Yes.
Great
Great success.
16.
About that. For a
Oh
match.
no.
So what is your question?
I would like to learn your greatest fear. Because that is what I am doing. Oh, goodness gracious. Holy macaroni, my
Yeah, you
dude.
guys
We
both-
died.
Both tied with a 13.
Oh, total is. Oh my gosh.
And what does this look like when Artie tries? So you stare at him. Does anything happen with ink as you're
Oh yeah.
okay?
You seeing like my hands are on the steering wheel, and you see that as I'm looking at you, my eyes almost like my pupils begin to dilate and cover. And my fingers start to darken as if they look like they've been dipped in ink. As small little illustrations like start to creep up slightly. And the sketchbook that is probably in the back seat is starting to go is like starting to move a bit.
So the only question is, what is his greatest fear?
Mm-hmm. Do you tell me? Like, you can DM me
All
what
you-
it is.
all you
or
see-
something.
All you see form in front of the car. The pages eventually fly off. The ink does as it will.
Mm-hmm. She grabs the sketchbook and opens it up.
It's the how much do you get?
How does the sketchbook illustrate as ink starts to bleed from the pen into the
So
book?
You see the form of a person, one you've seen before. It's the one you know as Dr. E, as he begins to fade. That's all you get.
and you have your answer.
Mm-hmm. Are you scared of the professor? Or are you scared for? She blinks, her eyes
secrecy-
return.
Is to protect him. And in turn to protect me from losing him. That is the truth put plainly. The path before me is as maddening as the black sand which we've both seen. Because I need to see past the secrets which the walls of hell itself have put up before us. That which even, well, as we've learned, life itself is unable to speak the name of. So that is why even those whom we may not necessarily like conversing with,
It's better to be together
I rely
than
on.
alone. As the redhead bastard said.
And it's not a burden I'd wish on any other.
Party actually shows through the fun exterior, usually, or the rage. You see, she just looks done. She looks tired. But not physically. We shouldn't be
Sure.
dealing with this. None of us should. We're just kids.
Unfortunately, I've been
You're
dealing with
just
this
kids.
longer than you'd expect. This library was not a safe place.
Bet not. You seen that man's office? Had to organize it so many times I've lost count.
I know not, well, I've seen his office. His library is almost twice the size of the entire library.
Really? Find that rather interesting.
But
Let me guess, he's still as horrible at understanding the Dewey Decimal System as he is at class.
he has his own system which he uses.
Ugh. Thinks
Because
back to
unfortunately,
having to organize his books in the classroom.
It had its own organization system. It just didn't make sense to you.
Yep. And it was
Yeah.
difficult for all the other students, so she kind of
Should admit.
probably like, yeah.
now that you've seen beyond, I wonder if it will make more sense now.
What?
Next time you organize, try to take a second look at the books.
Right.
But all the same, you said you're either going to the library or heading back to your dorm, correct?
Dorm, then library. I have to check a few things.
At your dorm or the library? No, going to the dorm, getting sleep, and then going to the library to check a few things. That makes sense.
I'm rested enough as is. I'm just like to get out of these clothes. Been in them for a day. I just want to get changed, be in something more comfortable, something more me than this.
You know,
I'm just
in that power of yours, I would imagine that you'd be careful with it.
whatever do you mean?
All information has a cost, Artie. Whether on you or the one you pull it from.
Everything has a cost anymore. Just hoping it doesn't cost me my friends. Just gets out of the car and shuts the door.
Cutting
Like,
over.
get out before I get locked in, because that would be awkward.
She waits till you get up.
Cutting over to Nora.
Who knew?
Nora, as you rest, I'm so sorry to do this to you.
No, it's fine.
You're in a board meeting in your brain as your body rests.
I thought something like this would happen.
As all of the demons, all 71 of them, are trying to figure out what they do, what Nora does.
Okay.
You hear, yeah. Right now, they're in two different camps. One headed up by Stolas, the other headed up by Paimon. Stolas is in the camp of we help we help our friends, we, buckle down, we get to work, we do what we're supposed to. And Paimon is on the side of fuck this shit, we're out. It
Yeah,
is
stuck in my head. Thanks.
love you.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
As you just sit at the end of the table, like you have so many times before, listening.
And is that all it ever is? She just gets to listen?
She is always welcome to talk. I don't know if Nora ever has.
As much as I care for my peace, I have to help my friends. I'm with Stolas.
Paimon immediately throws his hands up. Just trying to protect us.
I know. And I appreciate that. But I have to help them.
Stolas pipes up. I know I fight for us to help, but I also understand that is a chance of you losing yourself. I do not wish to do that as the cat try to rip us from you.
All we can do is hope it doesn't come to that. Although I appreciate your concern.
Elagos, who is in Paimon's camp at this point, he looks like a goodly knight carrying a lance with an ensign and a serpent. He pipes up. We can't trust any of them. You have a hero, a monster, a paintbrush, and a dog, and a witch, and that blasted cat.
And I have 71 demons in my head. You think they have any reason to trust me? What difference does it make?
Amon from Stolas' side. He looks like a wolf with a serpent's tail.
A lot of serpent themes.
A lot of serpent themes. You'd be really surprised how many serpent themes there are.
A lot.
as he I agree we should work with them, but should we not be cautious?
Of
That
course.
cat tried to rip us from you.
And I didn't let it happen, did I?
No, but
He wasn't going to do it without my consent. I
I
didn't consent, he didn't do it.
I am in the camp that we take care of the cat. And again, uproarious argument of what to do with the cat.
The cat is part of my team. I'm doing what I can to keep you guys safe and to keep myself safe. I am helping my friends.
Stolas again quiets down his side. I know. And we will. But you and the other human, what Pandora, that is who we care about.
I've been meaning to talk to her.
Oh, and the minute you say you've been meaning to talk to her, it is immediate silence. As they are also just like,
I don't know why I broke up with her in the first place. I think I just thought I could start fresh. In the same place, same town. Doesn't work like that.
literally, yes. Cast chat just broke me again. Paimon, yeah, Paimon's the one who starts it. And the cheer is what wakes you in the morning. Asmodeus is coming home.
Rip your bed.
To be fair, rip everything.
That's what she said.
Yay!
That's the fastest I've
Oh.
ever gotten read. Oh my god. Where's my
That's what she said.
Sorry, not sorry.
I got way too red far too fast. Oh my lord.
But basically at that waking her up, the next day she goes to find Pan.
Perfect. The next morning, because even Artie, I'm saying when she finally got home, although yes, her plan was to only change clothes, exhaustion finally took her.
Did I see the letter
You would have seen the letter
and then passed out?
just
Halfway between taking off your pants, you just sort of trip and fall onto your bed. You're like, this is comfy.
Glass.
Yep.
I'm picturing Nora kind of just like jolting awake under her like pile of blankets. Her
Mhm.
bedroom is very dark academia. Very cozy.
How many of you guys are going to the library just to meet up and talk?
She will later. Nora will later.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, the next day, yes.
Yeah.
It's
the next day.
Just
It's-
not her first task.
Pearl will probably hit up coffee shop first.
Okay. So coffee shop, Pandora, Professor Morai? Yes, there is a letter for Professor Morai.
What does said letter say?
It says, let me find my notes again. It says your first case is a student on campus dealing with a possible either awakening or possession. Your job is to figure out which it is. The name is Susan, or because I don't have the last name yet.
Okay.
Artie.
First thing
notes
I'm going to
this
do
name.
is look for the roster.
It's Warren's ex.
What? What time? She goes to.
It's Sunday.
She ain't got no class.
No class.
Might have work.
Yeah,
though.
but she knows where her hangouts are.
Yeah.
Susan? Sue? What on earth are you? What have you gotten
Know this
yourself
chick?
into?
Garrett does not. Nora does. Professor Morai does.
I think I've heard of her.
You have heard her name.
And that was talking with Adrian.
Yep.
Oh no. I'm
gonna
gonna
go to the
page
school and
her.
look in my files.
She would actually be one of your students. One of your very few female students, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to look for her address.
I have perfect skills to investigate this shit. I'm so excited.
Can I call her?
with the house phone. But yeah, you can
Mhm,
call
that's
her
what I'm
like
meaning.
yeah, you can call her
Is-
apartment.
Yeah, can I call her?
I'm going to
Pick
go
up.
to the apartment.
Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up. Please pick up. Do I know where she lives?
Yes. But no, actually. You don't anymore because she would have moved post Warren.
Pick up, please.
I would have her on the roster,
Yep, you do.
I'm assuming. So I would go to
Yeah.
wherever the address is.
Already the number that you get. I'm sorry, this number has been disconnected. Please try a new number.
Fuck.
She moved.
I'm gonna go
It's a new number.
find student librarian. Gonna go find in the records because I probably have records of phone numbers because I have to be able to call students to get returns.
Mhm.
Do I find her new number? Or is it the old one?
It's the old one.
Fuck. And I'm assuming Warren's apartment number is her address.
Is one of the addresses she has, yes.
And the other one was where
She
the
used to
phone
live.
disconnected.
Correct.
Fuck. So well, you.
Cutting over Garrett and Grant. What are you guys doing on a Sunday?
There's a show tonight.
I'm probably going to start by getting like a list of what homework do I have to do that I've kind of missed the past couple of days that I have not spent time actually doing work.
Yeah, that's kind of what Garrett spent Saturday doing.
Oh,
Or at
I spent
least-
Saturday talking to people.
Yeah, because you guys had your little library thing. Garrett didn't go.
Yeah, that was later in the evening. Yeah.
Technically, Grant had it because Artie passed out.
Which library thing?
You guys were going to meet at the library, but my thought is you both just passed out asleep.
I mean, I got in, saw the letter, read the letter, and went, you know what? What if Artie's there? I don't think Artie made it if I'm not making it. I'd probably tell Garrett of meeting with Adrian.
How'd that
And
go?
at least considering the expected disposition, surprisingly well.
Yeah, he seems sincere at the very least. He hasn't tried to flashbang me last week. That's a bonus.
It seems more like it was a happenstance. Well, admittedly, by his account, you're the reason that they did the flashbang. Tried to hide their identities, but well,
Yeah, he
you
didn't
saw
know
better.
how long he didn't know how long I was there.
No. They likely assume that you can teleport. Well, similar to what Warren's able to do, maybe. I'm uncertain,
Whatever Warren does.
honestly.
See, do you think he's legit, or do you think he's lying to us again?
Well, admittedly, even when it comes to books and information, the information can be proven. People take longer. So he seemed relatively genuine, although he did try to push away when I brought up some of my personal issues with him. But I do need to let him know today that Lizzie's all right, because that's how I kind of, well, forced him to be interested in my cause. Well, our cause by extension.
Little give and take, right?
Well, he thought, or at least I assumed he was interested in what I was, or what we were trying to deal with. So I gave him a reason to care. So all the same, he also seems to be aware of this Susan person.
Yeah, I don't really know a Susan.
He said she was part of the original group, is how he described it. Well, I may be misremembering something.
And Garrett kind of cocks his head as like, if she was part of the original group, then she's already awakened.
Unless it's possible that Adrian did the thing to try to make her forget. She forgot and then is remembered again. But
Well,
won't know until we attempt to have a conversation. So we can either try to ask him, well, try to ask Pandora, who would have been the original, or one of the others. Or Nora. Nora's in the list as well. I haven't forgotten. Just after, the night of D&D, not overly interested in longer conversations.
That was during Truth or Dare.
Oh, it was still the same night.
Yeah. I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, if she's, excuse me, friggin' creeped up on me.
Well, yes, for not sleeping for 4 days, they're gonna sneak up on you a little bit.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try and find this chick, figure out what her deal is, and hopefully not get ourselves killed.
All the same,
This is my
as
life
far as
now.
not getting ourselves killed, according to the letter, it wasn't a necessary priority. And I would assume that Artie would not take it too well if I was also taking you gallivanting up on my own expeditions.
As if finding out something like this is going to stop her. She's
already given me the solid impression that I talked to too many people without
so
being
she's
open
mad
about
at
it.
you.
Mad, concerned.
Well, if we're lucky, she'll forget by the time she wakes up.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
but I'm more
right.
Also I'm interested of where we talked as well, because something else might have been there. Not that it'll be there anymore, but it should have left some trace.
At Morais?
No, we were with Betty outside of the library or nearby. Actually, your shadows may be useful if you don't mind coming along.
Yeah, I can, as long as it's not middle of the day, we should be fine.
Sir, it is morning.
Yeah, half the problem. It's shadows.
Well, it's likely going to be in the bush anyway. So maybe you can find something that I wouldn't be able to see.
Here's hoping.
All the same, maybe worse if it knows that I, well, clocked its existence. Would you be concerned or would you be wary of something that you didn't think saw you actually looks for you later?
We've been stalked by giant springs for the past week. Worried is kind of my default state right now.
Good. So let's head over to the library, make a minor pit stop, and maybe we can regroup with them and see what we want to do with this summons.
Yeah. Like I need more homework.
I mean, we can do homework in the library. Should we need to, wait on
Oh,
others
I
to arrive?
know. It's just been in college for a week and we're already taking on audits.
Well, we're also taking on random extra things from, well, put gently, for things that claim to be deities. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I met a cat god today. She runs a bookstore. You know, it's on the way to the other campus. You know that bookstore that's right across from the church?
No, I'm new.
It's a charred wreck.
Okay.
It looks really out of place. That burned down 5 years ago. It's been a magic bookstore run by a goddess ever since. Don't ask me why or how. The mist. But she seems nice.
Time and place, but not for now. But I'm very interested in that bookstore because there's a script that doesn't exist in the normal library. Trust me, I've looked, and nobody's insane enough to put that. And also, considering where our potential enemies may lie, they're not going to put that in plain view.
No. She probably has what we're looking for. See the weight of the favor she asks for it, but
Well, information has its cost.
All right.
To the parking lot of the library.
Okay. Cutting over to Hikaru. Nora will be our last scene for the night. Hikaru, you wake up. Yep, that's what I'm calling this now because my brain just did this to me. Both you and Derek have somehow made a dog pile on the floor of your mattresses and blankets.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
They've become like litter mates now.
Yeah, and then as he's waking up, there's gonna be drool all over the pillow from his snoring, and his body will be warm right there next to Derek. He's not even half aware of Derek being that close to him. He was so out of it last night when they did whatever it was that they did. Just totally, completely zoned out. He's not even had a cigarette yet. He's just like, okay,
I'm sorry.
I'm up now.
I'm sorry.
Are we still doing phrasing?
Yeah, please. Yeah, Derek is also like a drooling mess. At one point his foot starts going because of whatever dream he's having and just kind of starts to kick you,
Which is kind of what wakes him up. So what Hikaru's gonna do then is after he's kind of been pushed away by that foot, he's gonna basically kick back with his own foot.
Yeah. Derek wakes up like kind of with a startle, and then it's like, sorry,
What do
didn't
you
mean to
got?
wake you up.
You're fine. It's morning. It's time for us to get up anyway.
Got any plans?
Just going to the library.
Probably should avoid it. For me, I mean, if the green ass hat's right, then I shouldn't be around Liz.
Just be careful, I guess. Try not to get into any trouble.
I'm going to do my meditations. I'm going to make sure that I can just get my homework done. Just stay here for the day. It's fine.
That sounds like a plan. I'll let everybody else know. First, though,
Thanks.
coffee and cigs.
Yeah, go have fun with that. I'm going to make the beds.
Need some help.
Looks like our mythos came out. As he's like, yeah, he's much stronger than he looks. As he just picks up a mattress and kind of throws it back on the bed.
Nice. Very nice.
Just, I don't know what to believe.
A lot that we don't know about.
Sounds
A
like
lot
it.
that we gotta get through.
Just be careful. If he's right, if there is something bigger, I haven't been part of it.
I'll be sure to keep my eyes and my ears open.
You do know and he kind of motions to you both. Our nose is better than our eyes, right?
Yeah, but my nose hasn't fully awoken yet.
Yeah. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's really not fun.
The guy next door really needs to wash his clothes, I think.
Just he needs to wash himself. I don't think he has since he got here.
Why is our dorm downwind from the hockey room?
Oh.
Yes. Slowly picking up on little things like that. I prefer the roses. Really, I do.
Most flowers are okay. Just be careful because some of them are weirdly now toxic to us.
Yeah, not looking to eat them, not looking to really smell them either, but at least they are a lot more decent than Mr. needs to really consider his life choices there.
I just think this is his first time away from home. You know, he doesn't have mom to tell him to shower.
Been without my parents for many, many, many years. But at least I know I can clean myself properly. Goodness gracious, these people, I tell you. That's besides the point.
That is
I
a
think
slight rant from Sarah, the DM, because that was something that actually happened in college far too often.
it happened to me on a trip to Washington, D.C. I had to stay in a room with a person who was wheelchair bound. By the end, her wheelchair stank so freaking bad. I kept asking, can I please go on the other bus? Can I go on the other bus with everybody else? But no, I had to stay on the same bus as her because I was her roommate. It drove me insane. But I never said anything. I just put up with it because at the end of the day, we all went back home. But I never want to have to deal with that again.
Mm-hmm.
For reals. All right. Now then. So he's going to take a cigarette. He's going to go ahead and light it. And after really straightening up, helping Derek to straighten up the room, he's going to, wish Derek well and advise him that he'll be back later because, yeah, Hikaru has also his homework to do. He doesn't want to fail college. It took him long enough and hard enough to get in there in the first place. So the next step would be for him to head towards coffee because he's still kind of out of it a little.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Morai.
Find
As
Susan's address.
Yeah. You get there and it's a small apartment complex on the north side of town. So times I get to use the map. It's like up there on the north side of Pueblo de Bonito.
Sketchy neighborhood, or
it's not great, but it's also not the worst. It's definitely a lower income place.
I've got the rabbit in the bag that I have slung across me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see it. It's just kind of burrowed down in there. And the broom is basically a walking stick right now. But it's with me. So I'm going to go knock on the door. Am I sensing anything weird or?
Roll me investigate.
Or
yeah, that's a miss.
So
no,
I'm oblivious.
Yeah, you're oblivious to if there is anything weird. And you knock on the door, you hear someone move in, come to the door, and this is how they're talking to you at the door.
Get the peek around the corner kind of thing.
Yeah.
Susan?
Yeah.
Are you doing okay? Can I come in?
I'd rather you not. It's kind of a mess in here right now, Professor.
We've had some things happen lately. And I know.
When you say she opens the door fully to show half of her face is skeletal.
I don't react.
I love watching Hardy freak out. Thankfully, people can't see it.
I can. Sorry, laughing at chat.
I'm laughing at Artie.
That too. Artie breaks me all the time, so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you notice, I'm looking down. I have a fidget toy in my hand, and I have to look at this. I do serious stuff.
She's my
Um,
daughter. This is all the time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, is there anything that I can do for you? Have you been able to talk to anybody?
No, I've my old friend group broke up. And then next thing I know, I'm dealing with things that I shouldn't be dealing with. And then the next thing
She
I
starts
know,
to she starts to break, and I kind of go towards her like I'm gonna give her a hug.
no. You go to touch her and she don't touch you, but she keeps you away.
Right. Sorry,
I don't
didn't mean to overstep.
want to hurt anyone else.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Find out what I am. Help me find out what I am.
I'm debating on whether or not I mentioned Loki.
Put me in, coach.
You're meeting with your ex.
Put me in. I
Okay,
know
but come
this
get
bitch.
me.
Right.
No, because here's the thing. We're trying to figure out if she's possessed or if it's a demon. My specialty.
Friend. Friend.
Demons in the
Friend.
noggin.
Why did you go without us?
Who have so much information.
Last time I saw you, I had to knock you on your ass for you to get some rest, and you ignored me anyway. I had to sit on you with a bunny.
Fred.
Right?
Friend.
You realize I'm gonna name the bunny Fred now.
That brings me joy to
He
know
doesn't
it.
have any name.
I thought he did.
He's Nap Bunny.
I thought he
The
was
one's
Leshki.
Lat Bunny and this one's Nap Bunny. Oh no.
Oh,
I
you're
thought you were talking
naming
about-
the
I'm talking
real
about
life
the stuffed
bunny.
animal. Yeah.
Okay, I got confused.
I may know someone who knows.
Okay. I've just been basically whenever I don't have to be on campus, I make sure to avoid it because I don't. What if Lauren saw me?
I'm not looking at Artie anymore. Is there anything that I can bring you? Warren's occupied right now.
Him and the cat are arguing again.
I'm so glad he found someone else.
No, he's arguing with his cat girl.
She doesn't know. I'm putting away Zoom chat.
I'm sorry.
That was a bad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And Back Kyle's not helping either. Back Kyle doesn't. Back
Sorry,
Kyle
I
and
just
Bud
wanted
don't
to
know what's
add.
going on in Zoom chat, and they're playing it off in Twitch chat perfectly.
I maybe some food. I can't go grocery shopping like this.
Make me list.
She closes the door. You hear rummaging, and then she comes
I was
out.
in the apartment though. Didn't she
wouldn't
let me
you
in?
No.
Oh, she didn't let me in. Okay.
And then she comes out and with her human hand gives you the list.
I carefully don't touch her hand, and I take the list. Can you tell me some of what you've been experiencing? and I make mental note visually of everything I can.
There are these things. Like they look like people, but they're not people. And they like just coming to me. And they want me to take them somewhere, and I don't know where this is. Nifl, something like that.
Niflheim?
Yes. And they keep asking me to take them to this place, and I don't know where it is. And then there's been a couple times I just wake up, and I'm in this like Arctic place, and it's cold. And all I'm in is my pajamas, and I don't know how to get back. And
Okay, calm down. I think I know somebody that can help. And I'm also going to do some research. But first things first, let's get you some food. When was the last time you ate?
I mean, on Monday I
Like
got to
decent.
go. On Monday I got to go to the grocery store because apparently I looked more normal then. And I don't know what's happened this week. It's like it's all just gotten crazy.
It's okay. Stay here. I'll bring you back some food. And then if you want, we can talk some more, okay? But I'm going to contact a couple of people and might bring somebody back with me. Is that okay?
Yeah, just make sure they don't touch me.
Okay. So I'm going to go and get her list of groceries. Is there anything odd on the list? Because I just have a feeling.
The only thing that you find is weird is mead.
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 Jealous.
Dang it, now I want
I won't
some.
mention having 32 bottles of it in my fridge real life, but that's okay.
There's a meadery like 10 minutes from where I live.
There's no mead.
Oh,
We have somebody that wrote a book on it, and I bought into the honey. And yeah, at one point I had 32 bottles. We don't have 32 bottles now,
my
but it's
God.
been a while.
32 bottles of
In
more
3
mead
years.
on the wall. 32 bottles. Sorry. Cutting over to Nora.
Okay. Sorry, were you going to say something? It looked
I
like
was
you were
going to
preparing
say that she is
something.
back in her normal spot at the cafeteria. This time it's busy. There are people coming up to her, and you can see kind of you. Nora wouldn't know. You kind of see her greeting people constantly. Like she greets them, gives them kind of like a high five, and then they walk away.
Nora's kind of she whoa. Ugh. Had to shake it out. She's basically brought her like a breakfast sandwich. Like she made them at home because she knows that Pandora likes them. And also brings her a coffee. And like sets it next to her on the table. She's like, when you have less of a line, I'd like to talk.
Oh,
My
and
schedule just cleared up.
you see one more person come up. Roll me investigate. I want to see if you know what she's doing.
Psychology student, psychoanalysis, deduction.
all of it.
Any demon stuff or just?
Nope. This is all human stuff.
Cool.
You know she's selling drugs.
Yeah.
With a mild success, unfortunately, you don't
I
know
only
what.
have one human card I can use. Ha! Ha! Anyway.
Last one walks away. I don't have anyone. I don't have anyone planned for good 45 minutes. What can I do you for?
I owe you an apology.
And at that, she immediately stands up and offers you her arm.
She'll take it.
And then puts her hand over yours. And best way I can explain this is you two look almost exactly out of Bridgerton. You are now
I've
promenading.
never seen that show.
You are promenading with Pandora.
Mm.
She's effectively showing you off to the rest of the university of like, look, my girl's back. I got my girl back.
The cafeteria ladies have already told half the faculty. The faculty have told everybody else.
And it's immediately, for what?
I ended things and I shouldn't have. I thought if I just started over, things would be easier to handle. And turns out you can't do that if you don't want to leave.
Yeah, makes sense.
So that was one of the few stupid things I've done.
Yeah.
But that was a stupid decision that I made. And I regret it.
She puts her head on your shoulder. I have missed you horribly.
I missed you too.
And in this quiet moment for you both, your heads silent. There's no cheering, there's no chittering, there's nothing. Not a single demon is talking.
Asmodeus is peering in, going, let them have their moment.
As she begins to walk with you again, where should we go?
Well, I was planning on seeing if everyone was meeting in the library later today, but if you have any other ideas.
No. Are you sure that your friends are gonna like me showing up?
I think that they like the youth that doesn't put up a front. So maybe it's time for another introduction.
Yeah. He's really gonna love that, isn't he?
How do you mean?
And she kind of motions to her shadow. The other guy. Are we sure that he's not gonna kind of turn me feral on them?
Slayer is confused.
She's talking about Asmodeus
Mm.
making her more sexually promiscuous again.
That might happen.
Just
But
don't get jealous if I start flirting with anyone else. You know I only have eyes for you.
I know. So to the library we go.
I would be glad to walk you all the way there. And this is where I'll have everyone show up. With Nora, with Pandora on her arm. Or Nora on Pandora's arm.
Well, that was fast.
No, actually, it wasn't. It took me a while.
She
Am I,
she will pipe up and go, I was fast.
am I there?
Yes, everyone is there.
Oh dear God. I'm assuming like I'm mid like looking through a book trying to find Susan's info.
Is this supposed to be some sexual joke? I'm too ace to understand.
What are you doing here? No.
I figured she could use a different kind of introduction. Maybe a second chance.
I need a book for this. Hold on. She just goes,
Already down, girl.
I'm not saying anything. I'm actually trying to listen to her. I had sleep. I'm not
I know, but I
running on
heard it.
empty.
We all saw it.
You're not the one that's had to clean up the classrooms for the last year. Wouldn't put Mr. Witcher through that. Poor man's been through enough.
Anne, peasant. How's it going?
I am sorry for that. Let me reintroduce myself. And yeah, I will tell you what happened, what you saw, or what you found in there in a moment. You can call me Pandora. My mythos is Asmodeus. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, it makes sense. What the roles are for, so what you found in the parking lot, Grant?
Oh boy. I prefer nothing, but I know that's not the answer.
It's not.
I know.
And I'm actually going to save that for off stream.
I'm in
'Cause-
danger, but all right.
Yeah. Because I'm actually going to drop the curtain at the reveal of Pandora's mythos being Asmodeus. Thank you guys so much.
I'm assuming I wouldn't know that because I was off getting groceries, or did
Correct.
I get there
You were not there.
after? I was not there. Okay.
You were not there for the scene, unfortunately. I am sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Thank you so much to all my players, y'all.
In chat.
Yeah, and chat. You're gonna learn more about Pandora. Yeah, she's actually a cube, not a box. There's more to her. Thank you guys. Thank you to chat. As always, I couldn't read your comments, but I thank you for being here, and thank you to those. And I thank you for being here, and thank you to those watching in the future on YouTube or the VOD. If you watched to here, you must have liked it, so please hit the bell, subscribe, and do all the things to know when something goes out. We are going to be live 5 times a week now.
About
Ish.
4 to 5. Ah,
Yeah, 5
Because
and
we
a half.
got
I guess.
one shots, and then we have
Yeah, we got-
upcoming shows
Yeah, so much is
and
coming to
stuff
the
like
channel.
that.
And with a world as dark as ours is, please be nice to each other. Night, y'all.
Good night.
Nah.
Bye.
You know.